What's up, guys? I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never. Today I'm back with an update on Algorand after Bitcoin has recently gotten destroyed. Please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Help me pump that algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
So as you guys can see, Algorand was trading around 23, 22 cents, and then after Bitcoin got destroyed, it fell all the way down to about 15 cents, which completely obliterated the last few months of work. So basically, I'm here to determine whether or not I believe Algorand can recover from this. And I'm not saying recover in the way it has right now, but I'm saying recover in the sense of getting back to all-time highs ever, because a lot of people are asking those questions right now. But anyways, Algorand at the current moment is trading at about 18.5 cents. Their market cap is 1.5 billion, which ranks 63rd among all cryptocurrencies. And then their circulating supply is 8.1 billion out of a max supply of 10 billion, which is about 81% in circulation. Now, even after the recent bounce, Algorand is still down 94.3% from their all-time high that they reached in 2019, and that all-time high was $3.28. Now, I would also like to point out, though, that when it reached those levels, there were significantly less Algorand tokens in circulation. See, this is how the all-time price chart looks, but if you look at it from an all-time market cap standpoint, it looks very different. We did actually reach an all-time high in 2021, which would mean technically the price all-time high should be closer to about $2.16, just because, again, when it reached over $3, there wasn't near as many tokens in circulation. But if you guys are looking to buy the dip on Algorand, I recommend using Binance or Coinbase. I think those are the two easiest centralized exchanges to use. But now we'll hop straight into the Algorand Foundation X account. And they just posted on April 12th. The first episode of Verifiably Random is officially live. They talk about quantum, they discuss payments, and they share their game plan for the first 100 days as CMO. And you can watch it on a whole bunch of different platforms. Now, obviously, I'm not going to show you guys this video because it's 41 minutes long, but if you guys are interested, go ahead and check it out. And then they posted on April 14th, calling all undergrad and graduate students. Join our X Space with Algorand clubs to learn more about the Algorand Foundation's global internship program. And this is on April 19th. Now, a video that I will show you is this right here. So basically, this is Silvio Macaulay's keynote from the Paris Blockchain Week. And I have said for a long time that Silvio Macaulay is one of the smartest people in the crypto space. And he has always been one of the biggest reasons I have been bullish on Algorand in the past.
Blockchain is an amazing technology, right? And as enjoying amazing adoption from the early adopters to big finance now, they are coming on the blockchain. But perhaps it's fair to say that governments are not quite there yet the way we want it. So it is a fair question, why? We can be dismissive, right? Governments, they are always late, they are too cautious, etc., etc., etc. But could it be, may perhaps be the case that blockchain is not quite government grade yet?
Now, honestly, there's not a whole lot of information on Algorand to discuss right now. But what I do want to say is they are still doing all of the important things that you want to see. And that is posting on here every day. They're constantly keeping their community up to date. And they're constantly inviting new people to learn about their technology and help build their ecosystem. So as far as Algorand being a dead project, I certainly don't think it is. It's just the unfortunate truth that ever since they were claimed to be a security by the SEC, their price action has been getting severely suppressed. Which a lot of you guys probably aren't going to want to hear this, but that does mean that maybe there are better investments than Algorand right now during this bull run. I'm not saying it's impossible for Algorand to recover. I think they certainly could, and they have an amazing innovative technology. But the problem is there are so many upcoming top-tier layer 1 projects right now. So Algorand has to do something significant to set them apart. And at the end of the day, that's a decision you'll have to make whether or not you think they can. But now we'll hop into some macro news that could affect Algorand's price action, even though it's not directly correlated to Algorand. So this is Watcher Guru's X account. And they just posted 7 hours ago, Hong Kong approves spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF application. And this is obviously bullish to see, but it's definitely not as big as the initial approval for all the Bitcoin spot ETFs. But it's still awesome to see. And the major thing that's awesome to see is that Ethereum is involved in this. This is what could potentially start a chain reaction and could be enormous for the crypto space. Because by definition, Ethereum is an altcoin. So if an altcoin gets an ETF approved, that could start a chain reaction for a whole bunch of other altcoins getting ETFs approved. So this is definitely something to keep our eyes on. And then the other major news is on April 13th, $130 million were liquidated from the crypto market after Iran launched an attack on Israel. Now, whether or not this was actually the reason for the drop, who knows? But this is what is out there right now. And usually war is never going to be good for crypto. And then the final thing is what they posted on April 13th. 1,000 blocks remain until the Bitcoin halving. And at this point, it was less than a week. So right now, we're probably only about 4 days away, which is insane. Time is really starting to fly. I still remember when we were about 2 years away. So just understand, in the next few days, price action could get really crazy. But while we're on X, you guys should come over and give your boy a follow at Crypto Now or Never. I post on here pretty much every single day, so there's some information you guys aren't going to want to miss out on. And then I would also like to take a moment to talk about my private Discord through Patreon. So at the current moment, I have 3 different tiers, but there are many benefits to joining my Discord. For example, this is going to give you guys closer access to me, and you guys are going to be able to track the cryptos that I'm personally buying, selling, considering buying, and even the cryptos that I currently hold. And a lot of the cryptos that we trade in here are microcap gems, less than 10 million in market cap. And the awesome thing is it's not just me calling out these projects. My community is also constantly calling out opportunities that they are seeing in the markets. Just to give you guys a few examples, I want to give a shout out to my boy Manchester, who called out Landwolf, and we were up almost 15x. And this was one of the fastest 15x's I've ever seen, around 3 days. Right before that, we got a 44% bounce on OPSEC in 40 minutes. I also want to give a shout out to my boy Chop, who called out Apu. And Apu is already up significantly more than this, so I need to do another post. But a lot of people in the Discord made close to a 25x. So in general, if this sounds like something you guys might be interested in, I have the link right here on my YouTube homepage, and it's also in the description of the video. I would love to have you guys in here. We're building an amazing community. But now for the final part of this video, I'll get into some technical analysis. So this is Algorand on the daily time frame. And as you guys can see, even after this recent recovery, price action is still trading beneath the 786 on the Fibonacci. That is usually a fantastic accumulation zone. So if you are someone that believes in Algorand long term, there truly might not be much better of an opportunity to get in than now. Obviously, that's not financial advice. Do your own research. But beneath the 786 is huge. Now, as you guys can see, in my last Algorand video, I had it drawn in a falling wedge. However, I did warn about the fact that if we got a breakout, you need to be very careful of a bearish retest, because we were trading beneath both the 21-day and the 50-day. And you can see price action did actually start to break out. So had you guys taken that trade, you could have made about 8% gains. But we got rejected off of the 50-day and Bitcoin crashed, so Algorand crashed extremely hard. And we broke all the way beneath the 200-day moving average, which is ideally not something you want to see at all. But price action has recently gotten right back above it, so it's a good thing to see. Now, if you look at price action, we swing from a lower low to a higher low. The RSI is higher low to lower low, which is Class A bullish divergence. So typically that signals a local bottom has been reached. So there's definitely a chance that we get a decent bounce. But I'm going to be honest with you, Algorand does not look great right now. There are a lot of projects that are forming very nice falling wedges that look like they're primed for a breakout. Algorand is not one of those. In fact, you could argue that Algorand is actually forming a bear flag. I would love to be wrong about that, but we are going to need something to change drastically, because right now it is getting obliterated. So truly, at the end of the day, it comes down to your overall conviction of Algorand personally. You could argue that this is a make or break moment for Algorand. But now we'll quickly take a look at Bitcoin as it's correlated to most altcoins. So this is Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Now, Bitcoin has actually recovered quite nicely, but we are still trading beneath the 21-day and the 50-day. And price action actually came up and had a soft rejection off of the 50-day moving average. That's not ideal to see, but we didn't drop a lot after getting rejected. And then you could also argue that Bitcoin is forming a double bottom. So in general, if you look at Bitcoin compared to Algorand, it is a completely different chart. And I know you can say that about a lot of cryptos, but there are a lot of cryptos that look fantastic right now. But in general, I've personally been talking about how I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin just trades sideways for a while. And that is because of the weekly time frame on Bitcoin, and we are still trading way above all of the moving averages. And as I always say, if you go back in Bitcoin's history, we always come back and retest these levels. So I've been saying I wouldn't be surprised if we just trade sideways or have a slight downtrend until the Bitcoin halving. And now the Bitcoin halving definitely also does not guarantee that we're going to explode. In fact, it could be a lot like the Bitcoin spot ETFs, where we actually continue to drop and then we explode about a month later. But as I say in every single one of my videos, macroeconomics significantly outweigh technical analysis. So just understand, crypto is still an extremely volatile asset class, and there is a lot of major news coming out in the next few weeks. So be prepared for anything. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments, do you guys think Algorand will ever reach its all-time high again? If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.